Is that 2 watches on your wrist?
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in Mechanicsville for a week.
Let me tell you, the first thing I did when I got back home was take a shower. You got the entire trip washed off of me, man.
Nah, man, it felt good to be in the hood for a little bit. It's been a while.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, whenever you're listening to this. We're just gonna get right into it because we had a hell of a weekend. This past weekend. Where do we even start, man?
I mean, we
can boys take a trip to Atlanta.
Yeah, we take a trip to Atlanta, and the first thing we got there. Too. Yeah, me and our other buddy got there first on Friday.
Yeah, I got in that Saturday.
But we had a whole thing go down. Didn't have a rental car. End up getting like the nicest rental car.
One of the nicest rental cars you can get at Enterprise or whatever the hell you got.
Yeah, we got.
It was it was a BMW 7 Series, probably like 2025, like 7 Series, M Series, like it just a ridiculous
$100,000,
ridiculously nice car,
especially for a rental. And we're just like, oh, shit, like this is what we're doing, all right. And so then we start heading towards the Airbnb, and we're kind of in a rush because we're going to a comedy show. And then we take these exits. We're close to downtown. We're like, oh shoot, this is not what we thought it was.
Note to self: never let the 2 white guys from Washington pick the Airbnb in Atlanta because no fault to you guys. You just had no idea. Like, so there's Buckhead and there's Bankhead, right? Buckhead is the really nice one. It's like the nice area. Bankhead is a little more in the trenches, right? Mm-hmm. So they looked at the Airbnb and saw that, the place itself is actually pretty nice.
It wasn't bad at all.
It wasn't bad. It was a 3-story place, garage, rooms, like wasn't bad. It was very serviceable for, what we were needed. Living. Yeah. But at the same time, they didn't check the surrounding area of where this place was. So it was kind of like a house that was rebuilt. It was kind of gentrified. You can tell they're trying to gentrify that area. So they put up a really nice place. But when we were so far in the trenches in Atlanta that we were legit in the same neighborhood as YSL Woody. And if you guys don't know who that is, go check it out. He just beat a crazy RICO case. I'm talking about we're in the hood right now.
Mechanicsville. And it's called Mechanicsville.
Name of the place we're at was Mechanicsville. We're in the hood. I'm with these 2 white guys. So it's all right. And we're driving in a nice BMW. It was like one of the most sketchiest times. It was just too unreal just because just even getting into the condo itself or the townhouse itself was, this car is so ginormous. the garage was on the side of a building in an alley, right? So this alley is super narrow, and on top of that, our garage was the very first garage. So like you're trying to turn into this tight little spot, and then you got to instantly hit a left, and then we probably had maybe 2 or 3 inches from the garage to the bumper of the car
to make it fit. So
it was bad. It was bad,
and it was crazy because when we first showed up, we walk in, it's 3 stories. Yeah, like you said, it was close to downtown, so you could tell that they're trying to make it like nicer. Yeah. Like the houses on the side of the road were not as bad on that side. When we first get in there, everything's like open. Like the shades, this is before you even got there. Yeah. The shades, everything were open. I was like, we gotta start closing this. We basically lived in an enclosed box the whole.
You had to, bro. 2 white guys from out of town in this Airbnb right up the street from the trap. Like that's a.
And I kept saying, I was like, the garage will save. The garage is saving us. It's good. It's good. It's good.
The garage wasn't saving anything, guys, because you could have walked through the front door 85% of the time we were there and probably got in. So it was a super sketch area.
And then
I'll never let them do that again.
Terrence started, your TikTok started to turn into Mechanicsville, and it was like,
oh yeah. So that's the first thing I did, right? So when they sent me the Airbnb, I was like, okay, cool. It looks like a nice place. But then just thinking about it, I'm like, all right, where in Atlanta are we? It says Bankhead. I'm like, just let me go to Chat GPT real quick. I was like, Chat GPT, out of all the cities or the suburb or the areas in Atlanta, how safe is Bankhead, or I think I put in Mechanicsville.
Yeah.
Bro, it came out of 10. The safety of that place was like a 2.53. I was like, yep, bro, I might just have to go get a hotel downtown and just call it good, because this is insanity right now, bro. We pulling up, mind you, that BMW had no tents.
No.
You might as well have the windows rolled down. We were in a fishbowl driving around in the hood with two white guys and a black dude. It was just I don't know, man. You just had to look over your shoulder every now and then.
But then at night, so the top of this Airbnb had like a patio straight on top of it. So you can go up on top. It felt safe up there. And then
because we could see everything happening in a 360 view. That's the only reason why.
You couldn't see up there.
And then one night, tell about the night we were peeking on those dudes that were moving the boxes. I was like, hey, we got some suspicious activity over here.
Terrence will go up there every night, and we're downstairs, and Terrence comes down. He's like, yo, there's like a white van. They're loaded a bunch of stuff across the street, and like we're all peeking out. Then we all go upstairs.
I was just being nosy. I was up on the roof just looking around. It's probably like 10 o'clock, probably 11. And I noticed that like this dude was sitting on the porch, and I'm like, okay, I'm up on the roof. He can't really see me, but he's sitting on the porch, and he's like looking down the street, looking up the street. I'm just like, okay, what's going on? After that, I see a dude from the back of the house emerge with like these two big duffel bags. And then right as he emerged, a white van approaches down the street, parks in front of them. 4 guys hop out the white van. Next, you know, these guys are all moving stuff from inside the house or from inside the van to inside the house. And I'm just like, what is happening over here? I felt like I was on the episode of The Wire. It
did feel like we were spying on him. Yeah, it did feel like
for sure. They were like, for sure.
Like, trying to like them and said, like, is that the feds? Is that the feds?
Like, what do you guys do? They honestly would have thought that because of you and Mike. But other than that, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna creep, lay low, and just see what happens. But all in all, we were safe. We were fine.
We're safe.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. So then, the place was unreal that we're staying at. Me and you went and got Popeyes the one day.
Oh my God, bro.
And I looked up one, we pull up, it's close to the house. There's like 30
line around the building. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just like, all right, let's keep it pushing. I type in the next one. It's like down the road, like a mile. This was trenches area. We were in like the trench for real. Like we were for real in the hood. Yeah, we ended up going deeper. Nerdy. Yeah, we ended up going deeper down the street. Pull up, no one's in line. There's like no one even at the place.
Yeah.
Pull up, order our food. Get there. She's like, oh, you know, can you just pull up front and park? And we're just like, oh,
yeah, your order's not ready. It's gonna take us a few minutes. I'm like, it's literally just us here. Like, what are you talking about?
There's no one here. Why can't we just sit right here? Please, can I sit right here so I have an exit?
Yeah, so we can get in now if we need to.
So we pull up in front. And like you said, no
smart guy pulls into a parking space, like literally right out of the exit. He pulls into this parking spot, and then all of a sudden, there's somebody behind us. Right,
there's someone sitting there, and I'm just like, bro.
They pull up behind our car, and they just kind of like parked it. And I'm just like, oh shit! I'm like, well,
this is it.
Here we go.
This is it.
This is over.
Take off your jewelry. Take out your credit cards. Hand it over. It's over.
And then Potsi he took the car back on, and I think that's when they were like, "Oh shit!" And then they pulled up, and I was like, "Oh god damn, get me the fuck out of here, bro!" Where did we go? We went to like the West End.
Yeah, it was like the West End.
Bro, there was cars
like
missing
everywhere. Yeah, everywhere.
Cars were driving around completely like mangled. Like you're seeing like derby cars on the road. There's homelessness everywhere. There's freaking just random people just walking up behind. I'm just like, dog.
Bro,
never again. I can't do this again, bro.
And then we're going back, and I was like, "Oh, let's just stop at Dunkin' Donuts." And there's a Dunkin' Donuts,
fuck, bro. He's like, this Dunkin' Donuts looked like it was behind a dumpster, bro. It was I was like, "No, man, no, we're not going. Fuck that. You're trying to get an iced coffee right now. No, for that. We're going back to the crib and locking the doors." That's what we did, bro.
Oh, man.
But the trip to Atlanta, all in all, was good though.
Yeah, it was good. So we ended up. So through all the house stuff, I mean, we were gone a lot. I mean,
yeah.
Saturday we ended up going to one of the longest rivalries in college football, Auburn versus Georgia. 130 years. This is the 130th playing. We got to Georgia. We went. It's like an hour and a half drive from Georgia.
We get down
Alabama. Yeah, into Alabama. We get down to Auburn. We got down there early, like 1 or 2 p.m. It's crazy
the time goes back too when you cross the border.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's really not that far.
Not at all.
So we get down there, Auburn. I mean, it's just like a white person's paradise.
Oh my god, bro!
Terrence, we're just walking around. Yeah, there's just no. It's just all white people. All white people in polos. The guys are wearing polos in slacks.
If you saw a black kid, or anybody black, it was like, oh, they play a sport here, or a track runner, or they're on a team. It was the most white people I've ever seen. And it's like this town. It's not like, so we're in Alabama. It wasn't like we're pulling up to a huge city like Atlanta.
Small.
We are driving on a highway for like an hour and a half, just straight through woods, bro. It's just 2 lanes, and you're just going into the thick of it. And then out of nowhere, this college town pops up, and all of a sudden it's Auburn this, War Eagle that. And I was just like, all right, cool.
It was a ton of people.
And the thing is, it didn't feel big either. It felt very like it was a small town. Like I felt like the place we went to go get drinks, you can see everything, bro. You can see the whole Auburn Kingdom from right there. I'm like, I don't know. We've been to some nights, like we usually go to a couple college games, so it's like we've seen some nice campuses.
Yeah, I'm going to Texas last year.
Yeah, Texas, Georgia, actually, and it's just like that's a great campus, a great vibe to it, and it's like in a city, so it didn't feel like you were just out in the wicks, just farming it. And
it was and then when you have something kind of smaller like that, you get out, and we're just like. Every line is like 2 hours. You're like, dude, we can't get into anywhere. It's orange everywhere. War Eagle. Crazy. All the girls are wearing dresses, orange dresses. All the guys are wearing,
bro. All the girls are wearing
just like
orange sundresses. Not even sundresses. They're wearing like that cowgirl bell dress thing.
Yep.
With cow boots, and that was 95% of the women that were out there. And then the guys are all dressed up like frat kids and
it was the bros. The bros are out there.
All the Chads were out, and I'm just like, this is too much for me right now.
And then we found that spot though. We did get to that spot, and we got up on the high view, and we're able just to like chill, watch some games, and like look out over the campus. And it was chill. Yeah, have some drinks, chill, and then going into the game there. I mean,
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Really wasn't that bad. It was a quick, just boom, we're in, and then our seats were like 2 rows back, like on the end zone. So we're really close, but like kind of hard to see.
You can't see a fucking thing.
It was a little bit.
Anytime we go to a football game, we're never sitting
close.
We're sitting upper bowl or the first, or the last, like in the middle of the lower bowl or the very first row of the upper bowl, because that's the only place you could actually see left to right.
Yeah.
So it's
it was loud. It was a really good atmosphere. Obviously, like on one of the longest rivalries, people were going crazy. But the game sucked. I mean, it was
horrible.
It's like just like last year we went to Texas versus Georgia. It's like no scoring,
straight penalties, ton of penalties. I think the first half took an hour and a half to get through.
It took like 2 hours. It took like 2 hours.
Like 2 hours, bro. There was 95 yards worth of penalties on Auburn. They could have won that game if they didn't have just half those penalties, and it made the game forever, bro. It just took
and it just seemed like a lot of those calls are a lot of BS. Obviously, we're sitting with it's all Auburn people everywhere, and they're all just pissed. But I mean, it was cool though. And then also Cam Newton. It was Cam Newton's jersey retirement. So that was like, they shut off all the lights at halftime, and he comes popping up in the middle of the field
with the hair and the hat. Yeah,
just so the War Eagle was gonna snag that thing,
bro. I didn't realize how big those things are. They had this War Eagle. Why do they have 2 mascots?
Well, they had a bald eagle. Well, yeah, they have 2 mascots of the Tigers, but then they have War Eagle. I have no idea, but they had 2 eagles there.
Chant or they sing or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's just something they came up with, which is interesting. But those birds were right in front of us for a lot of the game.
They're huge, bro. They're
sitting there.
That's my monitor with claws and a fucking
massive
beak. I don't know how that little girl was holding that thing on her arm like that for as long as she did. But yeah, that game was trash. But it wasn't bad because we ended up going to another football game. That's probably why he has the Michael Vick jersey on. We went to the Atlanta game. Shout out my guy Bobby Shuckman for getting us the hookup on the Shuckman on the.
You guys know what Shuckman means, right?
Yep, we know. But yeah, he got some dope ass tickets, bro. Right on the 50-yard line on an amazing suite.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you think about it,
it was probably the best NFL game I've ever been to.
That, and if you think about that suite, I mean, they showed Matt Ryan in the owner suite. The owner suite was literally on the other side on the 50-yard line, and we were literally exactly across from that. So
exactly across,
and probably the best seat in the whole building by far.
Oh, absolutely,
Like
absolutely. Everything.
50-yard line, you could see everything. You were like close
And
enough.
it was a good game too. That was
Yeah.
probably the best part about all of it was the fact that it was a really good game. Atlanta actually won, which did not see that coming.
I mean, the atmosphere in
But
there too. It's a nice stadium. I mean, it
nice
seemed
stadium,
very
yeah.
loud. There was a ton of Bills fans.
It was
On top
majority
of,
of Bills fans was what it felt like.
and then on top of the Falcons fans, like it's just a different atmosphere in the South, and especially in Atlanta. Like I've been to games at Seahawks in the Northwest. It's a lot different. I mean, we walked through the tailgate.
Sure.
We got out of the car early because there was so much traffic, and we walked through that tailgate, and it is night and day different than what the Auburn tailgate was.
What he's alluding to is it's in Atlanta. It was like a big ass barbecue and people just playing music,
selling shots
music everywhere.
Hey, $5 shots,
everything. And where he's from, Seattle, they're probably jumping off trucks onto tables and drinking beers all day. Like it's just a completely different vibe from the South to the Pacific Northwest. Like
everybody has everybody has their 3-wheelers pulled up. Who can play the louder
insane,
music?
bro. Insane.
Play the louder music. Just a way different vibe.
The food smelled amazing.
So
everywhere you went, bro.
It did.
I was like, if I had time, I get a plate. But
yeah,
that was probably one of the best parts. Just like the food. But you know what, like, bro, craziest thing ever, right? I can't believe this even happened. Me and Potsi at the bar getting drinks.
Oh yeah, this is a funny story.
I'm not even paying attention to who's around me,
bro. There's no one in this lounge area. So there's a lounge area behind the suite that you just walk out of the suite, and it's just like a bartender, some TVs, a ton of couches, and like we literally walk out, and I at first I didn't even realize it too, but I realized it before you did because I walked down. There's this little black dude sitting there on his phone.
So I didn't think to look.
And you were on the phone with your wife.
Yeah,
and so we're ordering we're ordering drinks, and our other buddy Mike's right there, and I turn, I'm like, Mike, that's Rich Paul right there. I'm like, that's Rich Paul. That's Terrence's old agent. I'm like, we're not even, we're like 3 feet away. His back is to us, but he's like literally right there.
Okay, let me give you some backstory. So for everybody that doesn't know, like I had one agent pretty much my whole career. I was with CAA, shout Aaron Mintz. I was with CAA up until I think I might have switched agencies one time in my whole career, and the person to Clutch. That's the company that's with the agency I went with, and Rich Paul was my agent. And here's the crazy thing: I don't think I ever met Rich the whole time I was.
That's what I'm saying. He's considered your agent, but it wasn't like you dealt.
Yeah,
with him.
And we were dealing with somebody else, and. We were dealing with somebody else, so he wasn't the guy I was talking to a lot. If I was dealing with somebody, it was different. It was like his assistant that was kind of an agent. I don't know if he is or not, but that's the guy who's my contact. So I'm sitting there, and Potsi's like, bro.
I'm like, I'm not trying to say anything because he is literally close enough where it's like.
But Potsi literally stands in front of him and looks at me like turn around, like it's. And so I was like, oh shit! I'm like, that's.
And then Terrence was like talking to his wife. He's like, Rich is all right. Rich is right by
you. Yeah, and I'm just like,
so we're like, let's get our drinks. Let's get back in the suite.
But going back to that story, I ended up leaving Clutch to go back to CAA maybe
5 months, 6 months.
6 months later,
at least.
So it was kind of like no harm, no foul type of thing, right? Nothing really he could have done, but yeah, I was like, dog, what are the fucking chances out of all?
And then we go back into the suite, sit down. We're like, I wonder where Rich is sitting. We literally turn to the left, and he's like 10 feet away from us.
Yeah, I'm just
next suite over. And I swear, every time I look over, he'd be looking over. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta stop.
I was like, do I say something? I was like, no. Yeah, he would have said something to me, but I was like, what am I gonna say? Oh, Rich, thank you for.
I mean, that was a while ago. It was like
I was just
a while ago. It's bygones be bygones. But
yeah, I was like, it's no.
Shout out to Clutch, because that one time I went to LA, I got to sit in Rich Paul and Adele seats for when you played courtside versus the Lakers. And I don't. Do you remember that? You guys?
Yeah, I do.
You guys went Clippers, Lakers like back-to-back days or whatever.
Yeah,
it was. And I came out there. And the first night you guys played the Clippers. We sat like 5 rows back in some good seats. And then the next day, they were like, it was Mark. Mark was like, hey, meet me at this entrance. I'm like, what? I meet him at the entrance. We go in through the courtside entrance. I'm like, what the hell? And then we walk out. Going? Yeah, where are we going? And so we walk out, and I'm sitting dead center of the court. I'm like, no way. Like, Rich Paul has the best seats in the Maverick or in the Lakers arena
organization. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, like, and I'm sitting in Adele's seat, who's his wife. And I was like, Mark, is this where Adele sits?
Yeah, you're Adele in this situation, bud.
Crazy thing is, so that game, I'll never forget it. And I was actually looking at videos the other day. I actually watched the highlights of the game because I could see myself on there and I was watching it. You start off hot. You come down, hit a bunch of shots. I'm like standing up, cheering. I had a few drinks, of course, more than a few. And you're like running by, yelling, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And people are like, who is this guy? Like, is this guy work for, is this guy with Orlando? Like all this shit and like talking and I'll never forget. I'm sitting there with Mark and I'm like, I order some drinks and they come out and I like pull my card out to pay. And he's like, no, these seats, you don't pay these. So then next thing you know, I ordered, I'll never forget this either. I ordered 2 beers and they're massive. They come out. You guys, by chance, and you probably don't remember this, you by chance happen to be taking the ball out right in front of me, like literally right in front of me. And you turn around and I'm literally like going like this, grabbing these 2 massive beers from this lady. And you look at me and you're like, you just shook your head. You're like, bro,
I gotta be dragging you out here by your freaking ankles if you fucking put those back.
Get it together. That's just like, but it was unreal. It was an unreal game though, because LeBron had been like on like a 2-week break from being injured. He had like 40 points. Then like, you know, obviously getting to sit that close. And then like the people around, bro, it was like, oh, the guy next to us is like the producer for like every big rock band. I mean, and I know it's like a Thursday night versus Orlando, but it's like, the biggest rock band. He worked with like all the, you know,
Chili Peppers.
Exactly. All that. And like talking to him, and I'm just sitting there like, oh yeah, sweet, man.
Yeah, I know Terrence. I came here with that dude. Yeah, fucking yeah.
But it was.
Oh my god.
Oh no, but it was funny. It was a good experience. But yeah, the Falcon game was really good.
It was great. Had a good time.
Seeing those guys and those athletes compared to the Auburn College, it was just crazy. Like Bijan Robinson's unbelievable. Drake London, unbelievable. London. It kind of sucked because Josh Allen didn't have the best game of his. Like we probably saw one of his not as good ones
probably of the season. I will say it didn't matter because we were playing each other. We had a fantasy game against each other that week, and I had Josh Allen as my quarterback, and he was my last player to play, and he did enough to get me to secure the win.
Victory.
So I was super happy. I was like, as long as you do one TUD, that's a dub for me. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I mean, they didn't play great as a team, but I mean,
I think Bijan was the most surprising. Like he's just it's just a freak, bro. He's a freak. He's so fast. He's so strong. Like it's just unreal. That 80
what's crazy? Like it was unreal, right? And the thing, like even with him, he had even outside that run, he had a whole bunch of other big runs. And I think the biggest thing that's so different from like watching on TV is just like seeing how much ground they cover on these certain runs. Cause like when you're watching TV, like 6 yards might not look like a lot, but when
it's a battle,
dude, it's a battle, bro. And like the way he runs, like he never stops moving. Like he's always constant,
physical, bro. And he's got that burst. He's got it all, bro. He got it all,
bro. So to see him to like get space and like actually go for runs was insane, especially on the Bills. Like that's not a team
and like you could see too is like even on that 80-yard one, it was like he broke through the line, did all that. And then it was like 1-on-1 with the safety on the sideline, like right on the sideline. Yeah. And the safety could not bring him down. He just literally went right through him and like scored a touchdown, like ran another 30 yards. And you're like, damn, like, this dude is unreal.
I thought he was, this is his second year, right? Or is his third year?
Third, might be his third.
His third? Yeah. See, bro, fantasy's so tricky to me. Like, I have no idea. Like, every year, it changes who like the go-to guy is going to be. Like,
he's going to be good.
Thinking like, for a little, no, he's young, so he's going to be around for a while. But like when it came to like for me, I drafted Derrick Henry thinking I'm going to be like, oh yeah, he's about to ball out this year. That's had not been the case.
Yeah,
you know,
the
like,
tough
thing with that stuff. Bijan was going to do this.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Bijan was slated pretty high, but it's tough too because like you start injuries can really hurt. Like it doesn't matter how, especially in football. Like we were talking about it, it doesn't matter how good you are individually in football. Like the Ravens lose Lamar, it just makes it teams just structure their defense to like, all right, we're going to stop the run. Like we're only going to run, make the quarterback throw because we know their backup quarterback is not that big of a threat. And so it makes it tough, especially in football. Like it's a lot different than basketball where you can't just like try to really take over the game as much as possible. Because
every play is like you're setting up every play. It's not like you can catch a break by catching people out of position and just keep running the same thing until somebody stops it. But I feel that.
Yeah. I mean the rest of the trip was cool too. We went to we went to the aquarium.
Oh yeah, I went to the aquarium. So Atlanta has the biggest aquarium, the largest aquarium in North America. And for years, like every year I played Atlanta, I was always like, damn, I need to go to the aquarium, check it out for once. Never did. So I was like, you know what? We got a day to kill out here. Let's go check it out. When I knew when I said this initially, I was like, let's go to the aquarium. You guys are kind of like, what the fuck? Like, huh? But I was like, wait. It is the biggest aquarium in North America. And then I think that kind of was like, oh, damn. All right. How big could it be? I was like, they have a whale shark. That's how fucking big it is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. That was my first time going. So it was cool. The building itself is huge. It doesn't look that big from outside, but once you enter the building, like it is massive. It's massive. They had 9 or 10 different exhibits that you can go through, different types of animals. So, but seeing the whale shark, bro, was fucking depressing.
They had dolphins, they had seals, they had gators, they had sharks, they had all these things,
fish, groupers, whatever.
And then you get to this whale shark, and you're like, damn, it's big. And we were talking about it in there. It's big, but it's not big enough because like the whale shark is huge,
bro. I've never seen anything that big in the water. And all this thing could do was just turn right.
It just
turns right, and like it's not even a big turn, bro. That's why I was like, God, this is depressing. It's like being. It felt like trying to run a lap in this room.
It's like
run a mile in this little room right here.
That whale's it's in prison, bro. Just moving in circles. It is kind of depressing.
It probably couldn't even go left if it wanted to.
Like it like turn back.
It would have to like lay on its side and then just like I don't know what it's just that place is, and it looks huge. Insane. The room is huge itself, but it's just like goddamn. Like how do you even get a whale shark in there?
I know we were talking about that. How do you?
I don't know how you get any of the animals in there, and like with the top of the building come off and you just drop them in there, just like there's no other way. Like how would you get these massive animals unless they had it when it was small? If that thing grew up there its whole life, that's the only way I can see you getting a whale shark in there. But nobody's just catching the whale shark and putting them in the tank,
especially in the middle of Atlanta. It's not like we're
Atlanta doesn't deserve it, bro. I'm sorry, there's nothing against Atlanta. But if you're going to have a whale shark, it needs to be like on a coastal city. It needs to be like somewhere where you can just like, all right, let it loose.
Let it loose. Let it go.
Yeah, just let them out. Let them out. But like Atlanta, there's a whale shark that close to the border of Alabama. Like I wouldn't believe it. It was insane.
Atlanta's just, you would not expect that to be it, that was super cool though. And then we went up to where the Braves play, Truist Park, and that was cool to check out. That it would have been cool if they were in the playoffs because we could have gone to a baseball game. But
for sure,
that place was
a little K-pop thing going on. They had like
gosh, bro! There's a K-pop group, and I'm older. We have daughters. So
I don't know who it was.
We have daughters, and like the K-pop is like I didn't realize. We walked around the corner, and it was like was that like Sunday? I think it was Sunday. We were out there, so it was pretty dead.
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah. It was pretty dead.
I thought it was empty until we turned that corner.
Yeah, the food places and the bars and all the places outside the baseball field were pretty dead for the most part. Then we walk around the corner, and I mean, there is a line a mile down the street.
Yeah,
full of
this huge amphitheater,
and we're like, who the heck is performing?
Just like little girls doing TikToks wearing like cat ears,
furry heads,
furry heads, all types of weird stuff. I'm like, is this the demon K-pop demon hunter stuff? Like I just all this is going over my head, but that was kind of weird to see.
Yeah, I know. Then we looked
and we were there for Pride Week.
Yeah, I mean everything was wild, but like that K-pop stuff was insane because there's just so many people. I'm like, and I obviously never heard of the group or whatever it was.
No, never.
But the crazy thing is like you look at the line, there was people from like older, like 40-year-olds to, you know, like 30-year-olds to really young to kids, and I'm just like, what the heck is this? Like,
K-pop brings them all out. That's what it looks like.
I just don't know it. I just
Not
don't get it. I don't know it. I don't get it.
I just don't get it.
I just
don't get it. And what else? Oh yeah, no, the last thing we've been doing is creating.
It's taking
AI
over.
prompts.
It's taking over the world.
Sora 2 is insane, bro. My kids have it. My son has it. His best friend in school has it now. Like, it has become. You guys don't know what Sora is. Sora is like a little AI prompt. It's an AI generating. What's a prompt generating AI, and yeah, you just create tacky, weird videos. We've seen.
You type in whatever you want.
Stephen Hawking's everywhere. Everybody wants him to do some type of extreme feat.
Queen Elizabeth. Anyone that's like passed away, because you're able to use them in the prompts. There's no. Sure. And they just announced, like, I just sent you that post about how they're like taking down Martin Luther King, because people are just just type, because it looks so real, and people are just putting in crazy prompts that just like it makes it nuts. But it makes you think about like where AI is headed right now. It's getting.
Where do you think it's going to be? Like, it's going to. It's all you can already trick old people and some like older millennials into thinking that a GTA like news reel is real. And it's not. Now today, this is going to be a problem for so many different reasons. But especially with the older generation, if they're not already tapped in with this, they are going to be so confused and so out of the loop that they're going to be susceptible to damn near anything: fraud, scams, just
and some of them look, obviously a lot of them look fake. But like, bro, I put in like the surveillance of like a mountain lion, and like, bro, that.
Yeah,
like that looks real. That looks like
things you could put in.
Like that looks like a mountain lion literally trying to break into somebody's house and like runs away. Like it's
if
like
I hold that to an old person from back here, they wouldn't know the difference.
They'd be like, oh my gosh,
watermark. Yeah, like, but that's the thing too. Like the thing that we kind of been using is ChatGPT to kind of create some of these super in-depth, like realistic prompts, and then. You know, ChatGPT is like, yeah, I got exactly what you need. And then just start spitting shit out and you just copy and paste. And then you're just like, God.
You have AI. It's crazy because we have AI making AI, like another AI thing, creating the AI video to put into this AI that creates the video. It's like.
But I know you guys seen that trend because I saw Mike create a little trend, like the same little athlete thing of him giving the post-game speech. And he's just like, yeah, it's getting older. The things that these kids are doing with these, and you're only allowed to make 30 prompts a day, right? Some of these kids are making a whole minute and a half TikToks of just them on Sora pretending to be an athlete or being.
I was trying to make that. I made one of him getting drafted, and then it's like I was trying to build it out because they're basically building their career. So they're 10-second clips, and they're putting together 15 of them, and it's like, oh, he gets hurt. Like, he gets hurt. He's like crying to the reporter, like, I'm just tired.
I'm just getting older, man. I'm not this. And the whole time, the face looks pretty much the same because you know it's a 19-year-old kid doing this. But it's still funny to see because I'm like, you knew that somebody was going to create a trend using these Sora prompts. Oh, now we're starting to see it take just. And it's funny because I be tricking my kids with it all the time. Like I have an app where I can pull out like security cameras around the house. So I put up a security camera, took a Photoshop of it, or took a screenshot of it. Went to Sora and said, make this look like I said there was a giant snake like slithering outside the yard. And so I went to ChatGPT and was like, make a realistic prompt for me to make this snake look like it's actually on my security feed. Bro, my kids are freaking out for like an hour. And I had to be like, guys, I did this. Let me show you how. And then that's where their whole fucking. So it was good though. Like, but just imagine how people are going to be getting completely played out of their wits with all these different possibilities, bro. And it doesn't have to be good. It just has to be the right, clever one, and like just put in a certain type of prompt that allows it to look realistic.
Yeah, I mean, and then no watermark, things like that. It's just, man, it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah. I know. So stay safe out there because this could be you.
Stay safe. Well, Atlanta was fun, man.
Next city, where are we going?
I don't know. We're just not gonna stay in the hood again.
No. If that's why I said if we're ever going on another trip, I'll pick that Airbnb, bro. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. We'll be living good.
All right.
No more trench living for us.
No more trench living. I got to take off the double watches.
Please.
Take off the chains.
You're going to get a ring wearing with all that fake jewelry on.
Hey,
yeah, I mentioned. Yeah, I'm sick.
All right. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.